So Nintendo has slashed its Wii U sales expectation by 2/3. I guess it's rest in peace, Nintendo. Peace out. But before we get to this video, here's the question of the day. Alright, so Nintendo was finally showing signs of its horrible mistakes and showing really the cracks and the errors of their ways, their horrible business practices. They have slashed the Wii U sales expectations, their projection sales, for the current financial year by over 2/3. Over 2/3, like over 66%. Well over half of their, expectations of selling whatever amount of money they expected to make completely has been slashed. They're just like, ugh, we're not going to be able to make that much. We're not going to be able to sell that much. They have a revised financial forecast. Nintendo has said it now expects to sell only 2.8 million in the 12 months ending March 2014. So the end of this March, this year, they've only now expect to sell only 2.8 million. And this is a really embarrassing state of affairs for Nintendo. The PS4 and the Xbox One has completely changed and affected Nintendo's business. But it's also because of Nintendo's fault. Let's not shift the blame, let's not absolve Nintendo of their stupid practices. I mean, pathetic. Pathetic. The sales of the money that they expected, it's only 590 billion yen, down from 920 billion. And I mean, this has got to be it for Nintendo. It's not a good sign. And they really are struggling, deservedly so. It just is fitting for such a stupid company. Even if they had certain titles like Mario 3D World, they just didn't sell enough actual hardware systems. They had a horrible launch, back in 2012, and a consistent lack of games reputation in 2013. They're just incredibly bad at this next gen stuff. They suck at it. They suck at marketing. They suck at putting out quality and having that reputation. In the year-end sales season, which constitutes the highest proportion of the annual sales volume, it's just a bunch of technical bullshit. Expectation for Wii U sales have been halved from 38 million down to 19 million, as far as software sales, I should say. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Nintendo suffered from a painful 2013, failing to get consumers excited about its latest home console and replicate the success of the original Wii with the Wii U. Of course. I mean, what the fuck? What the hell did they expect? They wanted to call it the Wii U, so it sounded too much like the Wii. They can't replicate the Wii success. The Wii was like not a one-hit wonder, but it was like a novelty hit. It was a little bit different from everything else, even though it was technologically wise, spec-wise, it was inferior. But it sort of had this weird casual party atmosphere. Drones wanted to play it, casual people, non-gamers were interested in it. It was cheaper. It really wasn't about, it never had the reputation of being this powerhouse system that was hardcore and for gamers, and it was marketed towards, real core gamers. It was more of a dumb, casual little system that play once in a while, to spend your time, maybe with your family or, little kids or something like that. And, I mean, now, Nintendo's now thinking of a new business structure, studying the smartphone market. Now, these lame losers, these Nintendo dopes, are now trying to imitate the smartphone business, probably. They're incorporating smartphone initiatives. So they're trying to hack off the damn smartphone tablet industry. And they're trying to like, oh well, see how we can make money off their practices, their style, you know, their swag. We're thinking about a new business structure. Given the expansion of smart devices, we're naturally studying how smart devices can be used to grow the game player business. Yeah, they refused to, you know, release Mario and Zelda in the smartphones. They wanted to be in their own system, on their own hardware. And then they also said, this is what they mentioned, this is what Iwata said, Satoru Iwata. The way people use their time, their lifestyles, who they are have changed. If we stay in one place, we will become outdated. If we stay in one place, we will become outdated. Bitch, you're already outdated. Nintendo is so freaking stupid. They don't even realize they are dated. Their system is outdated. Are they that fucking dumb? They're that thick. They're that close-minded. They're so stubborn. They're so idiotic. They keep following this old formula that they've had for ever since that other guy, that old guy who I think he either stepped down or he passed away. I forget what the hell his thing was that let's use old technology instead of the latest one and make the most money out of that technology. So his business practice was for Nintendo, and it affected Nintendo for many decades. Use last gen tech, use that to the fullest, and use it to its maximum capacity so that it's cheaper to produce, but at the same time it's like fun, and it's like it utilizes the gameplay and it really utilizes the technology to the fullest. That was the intention of that business practice that Nintendo has had for many years. The problem is that Nintendo is so fucking dumb that they would just keep marketing the same shit. They have no idea that producing the most strongest system, the most powerful console, with the right marketing, the right amount of games, the right multiplats, the right exclusives at the same time is going to make them far more money, and it's going to be a long-term investment. Instead, what they did for many years was make stuff like the Wii, which was a short-term, let's put out the Wii. It's going to be hot for maybe this year, maybe even next year. It's going to be hot for a couple of years because of that novelty, and then that's it. And then they would just keep making money off those stupid fucking games and the multiplats they had, and that established 100 million people that fucking bought into the Wii because they were just too dumb to realize that the Wii didn't have any games. Like, it was just, the library was lacking. You know, they thought that they could cash off the casual shit, which they did, but it's not a long-term investment. It's not a long-term financial business model that you can keep making money off of, because those casual fucking marks come and go. Nintendo is dying. They really are. I mean, they're on their way out. And it'd be interesting if they went out of business. And I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, they should be around forever. Like, the possibilities are there. They could be replaced with somebody else, or Nintendo could just become a publisher, a third-party support for Microsoft and Sony, and just release Mario and Zelda on other systems. I mean, that would be interesting. Be like Sega. It's their fault, it's the Wii U not being this crossover hit. People got sick of the fucking Wii. The Wii killed Nintendo in the end, because the Wii fucking sucked. It had some few good games here and there, I'm not going to completely bad it, but it sucked as a system in general. The library was majorly casual bullshit and party games and all that crap. So real gamers didn't want any more of that nonsense. It's like, give a fuck the Wii, So people got sick of Nintendo. The reputation has been marred by the horrible Wii reputation. It's just horrible. the Wii U, as much as I'm still for the Wii U, you know, I'm still into it, I'm still interested in it, they have failed to market to hardcore gamers. All they have is a bunch of Nintendo Marios, you know, Mario Kart, Zelda, the same fucking names we've seen for 5 million years. It's the same shit over and over again. Nintendo, they don't have anything new. I've never heard a brand new IP coming from them. They don't try anything different. They don't have games like Titanfall, or The Order, you know, they don't have titles like that. Destiny, they don't have that. You didn't even have GTA, for God's sakes. So I think it's time that Nintendo either goes out of business for good, so we don't have to hear about this stupid shit, and you know, it's no more disappointing fucking years. You know, no more lack of games, or Nintendo could completely change their model, fire everybody at the top, start from the bottom. And so they could start something different and just kind of establish, you know, new IPs and push Nintendo in a different direction. They don't fucking try anything new. That's the problem too, is that we don't see an M-rated Pokemon game or an M-rated Mario game. We don't see Metroid games that are sort of more arcadey and just more fun, you know, with crazy multiplayer. You know, Metroid would be really fun if it was, I hate to say it, but if it was more similar to something like Battlefield and Call of Duty, just a little bit. And more futuristic and, you know, cooler weapons and stuff like that. You know, they don't have games like that. They don't have more mature games. They don't have games like Red Dead Redemption or GTA or... God, they just don't have anything. And here's the answer to the question of the day.